presented by Seat77.com. As always, Dave Dabbah is coming to you live from the Super Plus Seat 77 broadcast studio in the heart of Silicon Valley. Now, Dave Dabbah.
North America, good afternoon. I am Dave Dabbah, and this is the Dave Dabbah Big Show for a Tuesday. Come on, North America, join me for a quick rundown of the world of sports. Today, we begin with the number 44, which happens to be Chuck Foreman's number, my all-time favorite Minnesota Viking player, and the exact number of days until the start of your National Football League season. Look, with just 44 days to go before kickoff, we begin today's show by covering some pretty interesting news from the mothership. No, Stephen A. Smith didn't admit he was wrong about anything. By the way, Stephen is the only person in the media that can say, I agree with all your points, but don't agree with you at all. All right, so after nearly 30 years with ESPN covering football, Tom Jackson has decided to leave his cushy Chris Berman wingman post for retirement. TJ, who famously sat by Berman through all the rumbling, stumbling, no one circles a wagon like the Buffalo Bills comments, is turning into Tom sitting on the couch all the time Jackson. ESPN has made some pretty brash moves as they've parted ways with Keyshawn Johnson, Chris Carter, and Mike Ditka. Ditka can now turn his attention to helping his unbelievably divisive buddy Donald Trump make a run for the White House. We can only hope that Ditka advises Trump to put all the blatantly racist comments into the fridge for the rest of the campaign. So, who the heck will be on the air for Sunday's NFL Countdown? Well, Chris Berman is back for one more season before he turns his attentions to making the cut at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Joining Chris is Trent Dilfer and 3 new cast members. Look, it's Disney, so they're cast members. First is Randy Moss, who was certainly underused at Fox and will be a good fit for this format. Charles Woodson and Matt Hasselbeck, who finally retired from the NFL after like 40 years. Look, he had been in the league so long that rumor has it that Matt was given a gold walker when he finally retired. Elsewhere, around the National Football League, we have breaking news. The Detroit Lions have done it. They have signed Anquan Boldin to a 1-year deal. But trust me, the Lions are still going to be the worst team in the National Football League this year. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'm telling you, and Ryan Fitzpatrick continues to wander the streets looking for a job. Hey, Ryan, you might want to start by trimming your beard a little. Look, Ryan's beard is so out of control that it actually lives in a different zip code. All right, coming up on the Dave Dabbah Big Show, we have bad blood breaking out in the streets between Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. And apparently there are no good back doctors in Brazil. All of that and more coming up on the Dave Dabbah Big Show.
And now, North America, it's time for exclusive coverage of the National Basketball Association, the league that Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Air Jordan saved for Shaq, Kobe, and LeBron James. Presented by Seat77.com. And now, back to the Dave Dabbah Big Show.
Okay, North America, it is time to talk about the National Basketball Association. Thought we would start this out by talking about Team USA. A couple nights ago, went into Staples Center, and get this, Kevin Durant and Draymond Green were actually booed by USA basketball fans. Outstanding. By the way, the USA went on to win as they took down China. Well, it's official that Russell Westbrook wants to stay in OKC for next season, which honestly is not enough of a commitment from Russ. Look, Russ, you either want to stay or you don't, but the Thunder would be idiots if they let you walk right out the door and got nothing in return. On to, does KD love me? Does KD not love me? Part of the story. Those close to Westbrook say he's both angry and hurt, not only by Durant's decision to leave, but also because Durant didn't even call him to personally tell him. Honestly, this was a classless move by Durant to not call his old buddy up and let him know what he was about to do. Actually, this was worse than a classless move. It was totally, absolutely unacceptable. A Bush League classless move by Kevin Durant. So, was I happy to hear that KD's restaurant in OKC was finally closing its doors? Yeah, but not because I was mad at KD, but because I heard the food was worse than a 7th grade cafeteria in Iowa. So for years, we all watched KD and Russell show up for those post-game press conferences, conducting what I always called the dynamic duo interviews. KD playing the role of Batman in mostly conservative clothes, and Russell giving a whole new spin to a modern-day Robin look. Russell's interpretation of Robin also seemed to include some kind of neon and or pastel outfit. You know, the kind of stuff you might see on the runways in Paris, but never actually seen worn outside of the model community. Anyway, they always did the interviews together, which led us to believe they were buddies. So for KD to be as heartless as he was by not calling up his buddy Russell should be enough motivation for Russell to want to win now, which is why he doesn't want to sign a long-term contract with OKC. Trust me, Russell wants to win just as bad as KD and will be running up and down the courts in Celtic green if the Thunder don't get their act together right away. All right, and now for some Olympic coverage. How do you know things are bad? I mean, how do you know things are really, really bad in Brazil? Look, when Anderson Varejão leaves Brazil to have his back examined in the U.S., it makes you wonder, hey, don't they have any back doctors in Brazil? Seriously, a country with a population of over 200 million, a country which is about to host the Olympics, and Varejão can't find a decent back doctor in Brazil? Look, Anderson, if the Brazilians don't have an elite back doctor, which isn't true, but for the sake of this story, let's just assume they don't. Why not hunt down one of those Russian track and field doctors or a doctor from the German women's swim team? Trust me, Anderson, you'll be back on the court flopping around in no time. All right, North America. I want to thank everybody for all of your support. We are available on Facebook, Twitter, The Sound of Cloud, Spreaker. The big news last week, we are now on iHeartRadio. You can find us in the podcast section there. And of course, our big iTunes channel is continuing to blow up. So thanks for all of your support. For the silent one, I am Dave Dabbah, reminding you that not everyone can be a champion, Ron Rivera, but everyone, and I do mean everyone, can act like one can. And good luck, North America.